It's getting hot in here, so it's time to take off all our packaging. This week on Diecast Review Monday, here on Team Motorsports. In the black one, it's sold soft for that, and it's all the GT car, so it seems at the moment... I've seen paper customs on YouTube done better than this.
Look at this ballsy move down the inside of Ross Wheeler, front crash.
Freddie nearly 90 degrees side by side! I think he got it! Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Diecast Review Monday here on Team Motorsports, presented as always in association with Race Gear UK. Now this week we're going for a car that I actually beat on a NASCAR 14 online league race last week. Well, it kind of wasn't being driven by its real driver. I have a feeling if its real driver was driving it, he would have kind of beaten me by some distance. Although it was at Daytona, so you know, plate tracks are the great equaliser. But anyway, it is Tony Stewart's 2014, and it is definitely 2014 this time. I'm aware the last review I posted, I made a mistake. It wasn't actually a 2014 car. This one definitely is. This is Tony Stewart's 2014, number 14, Bass Pro Shops Mobile 1 Chevy. Now, he is one of many drivers who have loads of different primary sponsors on the car. There's all sorts of liveries going around of this car this year. There's Mobile 1 as the outright sponsor. There's Bass Pro Shops. There's win a lot, basically. Well, I have to say, one of the most distinctive cars. Bass Pro Shops for a long time have created very distinctive cars. I just remember a few years ago, Jamie McMurray's 2010 to 11 scheme, the car he won the Daytona 500 in, that had this same sort of bright orange colour to it. And I remember, I did a review of it back in 2011, and I remember it was, my camera at the time literally could not focus on it. It was like, this is far too bright, I'm melting. And then it had even more problems when it tried to review any of Paul Menard's cars. But it is a very distinctive shade of kind of burnt orange, kind of red day glow colour, mixed with the black of the Bass Pro Shops and Mobile 1. So let's have a look at it. Now, it has to be said straight off the bat, this is from the regular Lionel batch, so there's no real worries in terms of printing quality here. There's the front end. The side, just have a look in there. You can see there's little strips of where the decals run on the top, but on the bottom of the window. But I don't think it's fine. There's certainly no major printing glitches that I can see. And the car overall looks very, very nice. For the longest time, these cars have always looked really, really nice. Tony Stewart's cars have always been very well kitted out. He's not been particularly fast this year. Probably still recovering from his leg injury last year in I think it was a sprint car race. And he's been back doing sprint cars again. Fair enough to him. It's his thing that he loves to do. And there is certainly a difference between him doing that for fun and Kyle Busch turning up in the nationwide race every week. Although, fortunately this week, we didn't have that, which was very nice to see. Just a question for you, on a complete aside. Did you enjoy the Chicagoland nationwide race more or less because there were a lot less cuppies in it? Either way, comment below, let me know. Anyway, let's continue with the review. This one's certainly a very, very nice model. And because it's from the regular Lionel batch, it's not from the dumbass division. And I'll tell you what, for the second week in a row, I have struck gold. This diecast is absolutely brilliant. And it's a diecast of one of the best paint schemes around in the field at the moment. I have to say, it really does look, the dog's undercarriage looks great in a field of packed cars, even when Carl Larson is giving it a barge on a restart, but you know, never mind. One of my favourite schemes this year, I have to say. So this has been my review of Tony Stewart's 2014 number 14 Bass Pro Shops Mobile 1 Chevy. I'll see you on Wednesday for Garage Area.